Hello, Renee Flamand here. One of the reasons it's so hard to move forward from a narcissist is they leave you, we are left with all of these different feelings that are extremely negative. And how do you go forward when you have all of this that can be holding you back? Well, one of the ways is to acknowledge the feelings that you have, name them, and maybe give a little blip as to how you might work through it so that the next time you're feeling that feeling, maybe you can say, oh, all right, that worked. Maybe I'll try this again. It's extremely vital that we figure it out, though, because you have to move on. Yes? Okay. And it'll all be stuff you have to work through. But I find having a name to it and having some order to it helped me. So number one, the anger. That's a tough one to release. And you may be angry at your narcissist forever. You may be. You may just never ever get over the anger part. But you don't have to internalize it for you. You don't have to take their actions and make them be inside of you that you're angry. You didn't do anything. I don't like to see that somebody internalize and they take on that anger and they're an angry, frustrated person forever because of what happened to them. You don't deserve that. You deserve to go out and not have that inside of you. So you have to release that it had anything to do with you. That's, I found, the only way that I released my anger is I kept reminding myself it has zero to do with me. Nothing to do with you. So why do you need to be angry? They're angry. They're angry little people. They're walking around the earth angry. Let them be angry. It's not your problem. Angry little people. Not your problem. So you can release that hopefully over time if you give that some thought. Which leads me to bitterness. That's number two. The bitterness that we can take on from these relationships is extremely possible. And it's a very delicate matter because I don't like to see or think of anyone going forward in life now bitter because of the experience with the narcissist. They're not going to trust or listen to people or believe in things, or they've lost their faith in love. They're bitter. And I am not saying you don't go ahead and be cautious and watch your red flags and try to look at the world with more open eyes and a more educated view now that this happened to us. But please, for the love of Blanche, don't let it embitter you to the point that you are Miss Havisham from Great Expectations and you are just miserable for the rest of your life, thinking that's your lot, thinking you're just too exhausted, thinking you just can't. Don't. It's not your place for them to win and leave you a mess. So how do you get over that? You start to look at people that you do know that are positive in the world and remind yourself that things are possible, that they can be positive. And slowly, hopefully, you'll move forward from that feeling. Number three is the sadness. It's just the utter well of sadness. And okay, it's okay to sit in that sadness for a minute. It is. And that's okay. It's just at some point, and give yourself a minute, put a time clock on it. I'm going to give myself 24 hours to eat whatever I want, cry my eyes out, listen to sad songs. I'm going to give myself 2 hours. I'm going to give myself 15 minutes, whatever it is. But do yourself a favor, when that period is done and that time clock stops, look up giggling babies. I'm not even kidding. Look up giggling babies. Look up puppies. If you're a car fanatic, look up cars. Whatever charges you, it's impossible to stay sad when you look at triumphs. Look up inspirational stories. It's impossible to stay sad when you're looking up inspirational stories or giggling babies or puppies or whatever it is that is your thing. But those three things I find are impossible to stay sad. You find yourself giggling. Well, when you giggle, it's producing a hormone. That's better than being sad. Hey, that worked. I felt better for 20 seconds. Watch giggling babies for the next 24 hours. Whatever you need to do, get yourself out of that sadness. Don't sit in it for too long. Or Pardon me. Renee, I don't know what you're talking about. I can look at giggling babies all day long. The minute I hit stop, I'm going to be sad again. Yes, I'm not saying it alleviates your body some magical way, but don't sit in it and think you're allowed to wallow for longer than the time clock you give yourself. Okay? Please? That helped me, giggling babies. Number 4 is we end up timid after the relationship with the narcissist. I think we're timid. We're timid to be around people. We felt removed from the world for a while. We haven't really told many people many things. And we've talked about this before. I don't want you to feel like it. You may have one friend that you chose to tell things to. You might, and that sheds light on it and it disinfects it. And we talked about that before. That's great. Get their secret out. But if you did not, or even if you did choose one friend, you don't have to feel the burden of retelling your story to every single person you encounter. I don't ever want anyone to feel that way, like timid, like I feel like they should know this about me, or no. You're going out back into the world. You're going to meet new people. You're going to reconnect with your older people. Not every single person needs to hear every sort of detail. It will bring you down. And you don't need to relive it. And I know you feel removed. You're walking around the earth having this big thing that happened to you, and they're meeting you they think I'm just a normal person. You are a normal person. You had this horrific thing happen, this horrific experience, and you know, it's funny because whenever I watch a movie or something and I see a person walking the streets and say they just experienced a death in their family, I always look around at the other people in the street and think they have no idea what that person's going through. That's what you're going through. And I get feeling timid about it, but you don't have to feel you have to relive every detail. It's not your place to have to fill others in on the tragedy that you had. It can be your info to keep and delve out as you feel is necessary. So to feel timid is very normal. It's very, very normal to feel timid, but I don't want you to think to break out of that you need to bond and share with everybody everything that it can be put on a shelf now at some point, and you don't have to relive it. They don't have that power over you. They're out of your life now. You had the one friend you confided in, and I've never even told extremely the details of mine to anybody. I didn't need to. You know, you have to tell your family and friends you broke up and then maybe come up with like a one-liner, but it's not up to you to get to the point of uncomfortableness that you share everything with everybody. Don't make yourself feel that way. Break out of that timidness, start meeting new people, and forget about your story for a while. Be a person that you don't have to, hi, my name is Renee Flamand and I'm off of a narcissistic abusive relationship. That doesn't have to be your line. No. You were somebody before you're a narcissist and you are damn well somebody after. So that's timid. Number 5, empty inside. And it'll feel odd back in your life, being in the world without your narcissist, going grocery shopping. It's going to feel empty, like you're not buying the things you used to. You're not doing laundry with their clothes in it. Everything feels different. Everything feels different. And that's okay. How do you navigate? You just start doing things. And you might enjoy it. You might enjoy time by yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you might find that you are more likely to recharge and this is number 6, being depleted. If you're that empty inside, which is 5, you move on to number 6, you're depleted. They're kind of related. But to refill that supply, find something. Find something to recharge yourself. Okay, so we're in Corona. Some of you are in winter months. I'm in Florida. If you can't go to the beach and things like this outside, and I'm thinking of free things, because not everyone has a lot of money these days, right? So I'm not going to say go get your hair done, which is a thing girls do. I don't. I do my own, but girls do that. Go get your hair done. If you don't have money, go to the beach. If you're in the snow, go to the library. That's free. Walk around if you've never been in it before, walk in, Scour all 4 floors, every corner, until you see the nook and cranny that you want to call your own, and sit there. You might love it. Get into an entire world. Sit yourself in front of the books that you think, I might flip through one, if you've never read before. And you might recharge. And you might look forward to that the next day for yourself. Number 7 is a deflated ego. Oh my God, it can be wicked bad. And you have to just start small. Do things for yourself slowly. You'll start to move forward. Like, my mother once said to me about a party. I was like, why would anyone have a big party? What a mess. Oh my God, how do you possibly clean up from that? My mother goes, 1 cup at a time. You just start cleaning, and before you know it, it's clean. Your ego has to be built up a little bit. It has to be built back up. So do the things that you need to do. Go for a run. Do things for yourself. Whatever you need to do to get those endorphins going. Good luck.